What's going on, fellow traders? This is my recap for today, September 20th. Had a pretty good day. Closed out the Snapchat swing trade and the ES trade for a little profit as well. However, I did make a big mistake on DMPI, just over position size on that trade. So I had to eat that loss. Had a great trade on ITUS. I know a lot of people had a good trade on NTNX and as well as Hertz today. There was some more trades out there. PLSE had a great opportunity, and some people had made some good money off Tibia. Took a small loss on that. But with that said, let's jump into these trades, man. It was a great day to be a trader. Great day to make a little money for the family. So I can't complain. First trade we'll take a look at is this DMPI, which, there's pretty much no reason why I bought 10,000 shares of this stock. Granted, it did gap up from I think it closed yesterday at a 112, gapped up all the way to 180. So honestly, I was expecting it just to run. I was not expecting this thing to hit resistance around this 220 area, 229 area, and it did. It could not break above this area. I guess sellers and people thought that, hey, this stock is not worth it. Regardless, it did have news. News came out that they were approved by FDA for a new cancer treatment drug. So that was the catalyst. That's what sparked this whole overnight gap. Took a long position right here at $2. Tried to get filled at 225. Sell half my position around 5,000 shares. It didn't happen. Didn't get filled. I did not pay attention to the screen. I thought I automatically got filled, but I didn't. Stock pushed back and ended up getting stopped out down here at 185. So that hurt. That first trade really hurt. And the lesson learned is know your position size, know what you're willing to risk and what you're willing to make. Pay attention to the screen that your orders get filled. If not, resubmit the order. As fast as you can. Don't just turn a blind eye and start doing something else. And that's what I did. Turned a blind eye, didn't get filled, ended up taking a huge loss. So that put me in a hole from the very beginning. That was my very first trade. DMPI put me in a hole, and I had to claw my way back little by little, trade by trade. Next trade was ITUS. This was a great setup. I looked at it as a rounded bottom type formation. Got into the trade right here. It hit my watch list around this 212 area, so I was looking for a break above 214, 215. I got it on the very next candle, 217, got filled, and we also got our volume spike, so that was great. Volume was increasing, which is what we want to see. Very next candle, it shot up, straight up, and sold half the position right here at 233. Then scaled out as this candle kept going higher and higher. 247, 253, and then finally right here at this candle, 262. So that was not a long trade at all. Just a 10-minute trade. It was a great setup. The pattern presented itself and took the opportunity. Make a little of that money back. To me, this was a rounded bottom. I know it's kind of increasing versus just being a straight downward, sideways, then upward type motion, but it actually showed that, hey, buyers were stepping into this stock. Every move lower, buyers were stepping in, giving it a strong push higher. So that was a great trade on ITUS. That was the little over $1,200 on that one. Get me back closer to making some of that DMPI money back. Next trade was Hertz. Hertz is looking good to break through some of this daily gap right here. We have a gap right here at 290, from 290 to 2353, 54. So if Hertz can push higher the rest of the day, and then tomorrow open up into this gap. We should see a push higher, so I'll keep that on my watch list first thing in the morning. We have this rounded bottom formation. Hertz has been forming a lot of these rounded bottoms the past month, 2 months. You know, we can go all the way back, all these rounded bottom formations. But today was a great setup. 15-minute chart. Got this initial push higher right here from the open of 2171 all the way up to 2268 or 2270. So wait for the first pullback. Waited for this pullback to form. Got it very next candle. Got a spike in volume. Volume increased to 147,000 from 134. And it pushed higher. Sold half the position right here, 2273. And then the next leg higher up here, 2286. So that was a great push on Hertz. You know, like I said, we do have some resistance right here at 2291, but if we can push through that today or tomorrow or even Friday, it'll be a great trade to fill that gap. So keep your antennas up on Hertz. Right now it's rolling back over just a little bit, but it's still in good position. Next trade was PLSE. This is a trade of, stock I've traded several times the past 3 weeks, I believe. Some PLSE hit the watch list on this pullback. Right here we found some support, 1526. Looked for the first candle to make a new high with increased volume. Got it on the very next candle. Got filled around 1551, somewhere up in here. Yeah, 1551, I believe. And look at that volume spike. That lets you know, hey, a lot of people saw this. A lot of people were watching this stock, this bioscience. And very next candle, it continued higher. Took a portion off right here, 1574. Then another piece at 1612, and finally at 1633 right here, 32 to be exact. Sold the last piece. So that was a great setup. You know, similar to that HTZ, you get a push higher, wait for the first pullback to cease, find your support, enter a trade on the candle that makes a new high with increased volume. So that's PLSE. It's a great trade. Great trade. I did close out the Snapchat trade, swing trade. Basically hit our target down here, 14. So we hit that target. There was no point to continue to hold that stock. Could possibly go lower tomorrow, throughout tomorrow and Friday, or it may just bounce back up. I'll wait and see what happens. We do have a lot of support up here around this 1530 area. a lot of resistance around this 1530 area, causing this stock to roll over. We broke this trend line. We also broke through the 200 period, 20 period moving average, and the 50 period moving average on this candle. So Snap is looking to stay weak. If it breaks through the very low, which is 1397, stay short. If not, look for a bounce off that level of support for a little scalper. And what else? ES, closed out the ES trade. It's just looking too top heavy. You know, looking very top heavy. Looks like it's ready to roll over and test this trend line. If so, that's fine. You know, it can pull back. It can pull all the way back to this 9-period moving average, or even, you know, honestly, it can come all the way down here to this old August level of resistance, which is now some new support. So if we can pull all the way back here to this 2488, I'll get back into ES futures. So made a little money off that past 2 days, so glad about that one. Know a lot of people made some good money off NTNX. I didn't catch the full run of this stock. I only caught a little piece of it. But those of you who caught the full run of it, great job. I didn't see it till late, so I was not able to get in it in time. So I hit my watch list on this candle. I took a long position right here at 2248 and sold out right here at 22.65. It then pushed higher, which is phenomenal. Hope you all are still making money on this stock. I made a little over $700, so I'm happy with it. Those were the trades for today. I know some people made good money on Tivia and RADA. I took small losses on those, and I think I saw somebody on Twitter hit a good stride on HMNY. So that stock ran yesterday. It also ran early this morning. I think it may have pulled back by now, but if you're able to get in this thing the past 2 days, you should have made some great money. Yep. So it took off yesterday, hit a high of 639, then took off again today, hit a high of 729. So that was a great runner. You see it's pulling back now, but take profits as you can. Or those of you may be trying to short this thing from the top, go ahead, stay short. Just control your stops. Know your plan. Don't make the mistake I did to over positioning yourself like I did in DMPI. Too many shares. Just too many shares. Know your plan, know your share size, know your risk to reward ratio. Keep your risk management in check. Don't get greedy, and definitely don't be fearful. Take the trade when the trade presents itself. Get out of the trade when it doesn't. I am the Bearded Trader. This is the market recap for Wednesday, September 20th.